What?
Yeah, I don't know. That was fun.
Hey, Mask, I'm going through burgers right now.
All right.
He is, and he is hauling butt at 45 mile an hour.
Remember, you derailed on Cowie grade, going with that speed.
Listen, experience.
But yeah, you'll get to see every little part of our railroad, even the most chaotic part, which is 90% of the time Silva, because you have the industries here, but you also have our interchange service, which is hold on, let me go up there, dun 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 dun, right up here. Which there's still cargo up here that I've just been too lazy to get right now.
You're okay. I was about to say I just had to hop back on your server. So
Yeah. Yeah, I still got. There's still cargo up here. I've just been a little lazy to get it because pulpwood is more important.
Wait,
now, what do you guys normally do about new people? Like, how does the train deal run? Like, what do you usually do? I know I get stuck with somebody for a bit until I learn some things and whatnot. But now, once you get through the learning process, what do you do? Get stuck on siding work or what?
so no, it's just based off of how much experience you have and how
Okay.
long you've been playing the game. So with you, I would probably get you through conductor work very quickly because conductor stuff is like super easy. And
Right.
then once you get proficient at that, I'll start training you on engineer because there's we've got four different certifications for engineer. Your level one is just your switching, shunting, and
Basically, you
machining.
can't leave the yard.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Your level two is like logging work and a little bit of mainline. Like this train right here would be a level two train.
Yeah.
Our level three is passenger services, and then level four is the big boy, is the fast freight.
Okay. I
We
like
only have
that. I like how you got it tiered. It ain't just, soon as, not anybody and everybody can just hop in and get what the hell they want.
well, yeah.
Yeah,
The
because
only reason why
right now, me and Logan and a couple other people are only qualified for the mainline freight train.
there's only a total of 10 people qualified in the whole Discord server that's qualified to run the fast rate.
Good lord. So you're limited on people there.
The
Yeah,
reason why it's so hard to get that certification is because that train is anywhere from
5,000.
2,000, well, 2,000 to 4,000 feet, and anywhere from in the mornings 2,500 to 3,000 tons, and in the after or at nighttime it's anywhere from 4,000 to 5,500 tons.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's biggin'.
and
Yeah,
sometimes go
and
ahead,
like
Mask.
Kelly, when he was running the fast freight, he was having a little bit of a struggle with the engines, and the not only was that, but the curse was also said, and he put 11 hopper cars on the ground on Robinson.
Yeah,
Oh, lord.
Mm-hmm.
Going too fast?
yeah.
Yeah. And that thing is a beast to
I,
handle, because especially when we get red marble unlocked, like we said, that grade is 5% coming up out of Nanta. but it's also
Yeah.
a steady 3.3% grade all the way down to Andrews. So you're battling nothing but hell the entire way.
My boy over here playing the flying kipper.
Also, this is what Dillsboro looks like if you want to watch Logan or my stream.
I'm watching both of you right now.
Yeah, it's basically nothing but storage.
Because I really like steam locomotives. I have such a soft heart for steam locomotives. But also, it's interesting watching you switch, and also you got a cute little switcher too. I do like the style of your switcher.
Mm-hmm. And here,
it's one of the old. It reminds me of in my old town in Ohio, in Kingston, we have a switcher that looks exactly right down to the T like that, except of the blue it's Conrail blue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, and this is Dillsboro Yard. It's basically our storage yard, which sees little to it only receives one train a day, if that.
Oh, so it's just a baby yard.
Yeah, this is mainly our cold storage and our intermediate yard to where we don't want to overfill Bryson, so it comes here.
Because Bryson, it receives 6 trains a day.
It's got something like that, yeah.
Because you got the Alarka turn job that originates out of there. You have the fast freight, the Bryson local, the logging train.
So okay, what's the red mean on the freight car? Does that mean they need to go back to somewhere to get filled back up, or does that mean they're full?
So are you talking about the tabs above the cars?
Yeah.
So if
that's
red,
the industry tab.
There's different color. Well, yeah, there's different colors, and it's coordinated to each different place around the map.
Okay,
red,
I wasn't sure if that meant they're full, they're half full, and they're completely empty.
No, you can see that by this little tab right here.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you look on
red,
I was going to say, if you look on my screen real fast, you see how the tag is not is faded out on the color.
Yeah,
that means it's at its industry.
Okay, and that if it's dark like dark red, that means it's not at its industry and it's being transported.
Logan, you could do better explaining all that than I can.
So, red is associated with Silva and the Silva interchange.
Okay.
Whittier will have this type of tab.
Okay, yellow. It'll have
Bryson,
different letters and numbers.
Yeah, Bryson will have this type of tab, a green tab. Dillsboro would have a brownish tab.
Orange, almost.
So, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, each town has its own correlated color, basically, to make it easier for switching crews and train crews.
Oh, by the way, Logan, I'm ganging up on you very fast with those empties.
Okay, I still gotta turn around on the turntable.
Mm-hmm. I just want to let you know so that way you can hurry up out of the way.
Well, boy, you better get a move on, because once he's flying flat out with no cars behind him, buddy. I bet that thing will haul on straight stretches. I don't know. I can't see the wheelbase on it. Has it got small wheels or not?
This is a standard gauge railroad.
Yeah.
One thing we also have to worry
Okay,
about
so it's
are. Go ahead. You can say your thing.
it does have uh, small diameter wheels, so you
Mhm.
can tell it's a freight. Normally, the uh, passenger cars have larger diameter wheels.
Yeah. And the one thing that we all have to look out for on our cargo is hot boxes.
Yeah, we will get hot
Oh,
boxes.
And out of the time of
these
playing, we've only had 2 hot boxes ever.
that's crazy to think that there's hot boxes on here.
So you want to explain that mechanic, Logan?
Yeah, give me a minute. So with hot boxes and stuff like that, we have to keep like certain things lubricated because back in the era that we're in, they had grease bearings, just normalized grease bearings.
Yeah, I wasn't. I'm just surprised. I know that they used to run hot. I didn't realize that they went into that much detail to add the boxes getting overheated.
So yeah, and like if we don't like oil something on the train or a car is like damaged and it's not working right, um, it'll not work right. Like it'll throw a hot box.
Hmm.
Hey, Mass, pull them Walker cars off that you've got back there.
You want me to just couple them up to your ass end?
Well, I was just gonna have you kick them to me on the main.
Alright. And plus, me and Logan, we are so in sync sometimes that we don't even need a verbal communication.
That's how you know you've been playing for quite a while.
Kick those at 5.
All right.
Me and Logan, we met on another server. If you want to explain that story, Logan.
Kind of how all of it started. So we met on another server called the CNW. I know you heard Siege talking about it earlier, but the CNW had quite a lot of issues, or there was a lot of drama and shit like that in it, which we obviously don't like.
Right.
So one day I was running conductor on a mainline freight, and the engineer walks away to go do something.
No, I was the conductor.
This is
You were the passenger train driver.
well, no, I have the same issue.
Mm-hmm.
But, anyways, engineer walks away. This was before AE, so it was all driving manually. And I call out to the engineer 2 or 3 times, hey, we're speeding, we're coming up to a slow zone. I do this 3 or 4 times. Calling them out, calling them out. No response to the whole thing. So I throw the train into emergency. When he finds out I threw the train into emergency, he gets all pissed. Why did you touch my train controls? You're not a certified engineer. You need to back the fuck off. So, I quit, just stopped playing on that server, and started working this server. Like, I started building this server. And here we are today. And here we are today in this server.
I don't blame you. I believe you did the right thing.
Yeah, because I had the same thing happen to me, and Logan can attest to this. He was running the passenger train, and the last communication I had was when we got out of the Ella speed restriction for the bridge, and I call out to him like 2 or 3 times saying, "Hey, we're gaining up too quick." And I dumped the train into emergency, and I get bitched at, and then me and Logan basically, I was just like, I don't want to play on this server anymore, and Logan offered me to hop on the WVS, and here we are today, because me and Logan kind of overstepped his bounds on the C&W by allowing me to run trains, even though I wasn't certified on their server, because we were the only 2 people on at the time.
Well, it wasn't
yeah,
just
I mean,
that.
I get it that you're going to need another person. You know, there's going to need to be more than one person in there to do all that work.
Yeah. And it wasn't just that too. There was like an entire freight train that was sitting in Bryson for like what you said, a week.
Yeah.
And then they got complaining about us about running a double header when I first joined, they were running a triple header to Silva with only 4 cars.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
There was a lot of drama over there.
And it doesn't help the fact that they were also a 24/7 server, and that's what killed them the most. Because you cannot run this game 24/7 unless you have dedicated people from all over the world, and that's never going to happen.
I mean, eventually it will, but at this point, with it still being early access and beta and everything else like that, it's not going to happen.
No, not this early.
And like I said earlier, this game is only a year old?
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't that old.
But Hatfield, do you see how I'm like just barely moving my automatic and stuff like that?
Yeah.
That's kind of, you have to do that with the fast freight, because if not, you will never stop. Like, you cannot stop that train with the independent.
Right.
Like Logan was calling for an all-stop the one day, and I'm flying through Wilmont doing 45. I slammed that train into emergency, and it took me over a minute to stop that damn thing.
Good Lord.
And that's with the independent fully applied and multiple handbrakes applied too.
He gave it all of it.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like with what happened on Connolly Creek, if you want to tell that story, Logan, because that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't mind telling it. So what happened was, we were in
And
4301.
I have to do a little disclaimer. This was back when we were running 24/7 servers, a
Yeah.
24/7 server, and I was like the only one on at the time.
So he left the switch open on the Conley Creek branch, and it's a Y right there at the beginning of the branch. Well,
Yeah.
we were running the fast freight back to Silva, and we didn't have signals between Whittier and Silva yet. So the one Whittier signal always gave a red. So we always just blew past it. Well, I was doing 35 mile an hour through Whittier. We were 2,800 ton. And I was speeding up to go 45 when we got outside of Whittier. So I'm blowing past the water tower on Whittier. And I look in front of me, and the switch is left open. I'm like, oh shit, something's about going on the fucking ground. I throw the automatic into full application, emergency. Same thing with independent. And then I threw the reverser all the way into reverse, and then slammed the throttle all the way forward. I did not put a single thing on the ground, and I was over 10 cars deep into that Y.
Good lord.
And that was the first ever reported incident on the WVS.
The very first report.
Because I not only did that once, but my dumbass left the passenger train on the main line, and I was just like, fuck it, we'll just have the freight train go into the siding where the passenger train is now on my screen. So
Yeah.
Dead is driving the mainline freight, and next thing we know, we hear him exclaim, "Why is the passenger train on the main?" And they're like, "Oh wait, never mind. I'm going into the siding." I about damn near pooped myself.
I tagged you something in Discord, Hatfield.
Oh. Oh my god. Just looking at this picture, galvanized scent.
That would be Dead.
Looks like the. Oh. Why is that wheel messed up? That's what it sent me to, at least.
And then we have our channel filled with incident reports. And it's every incident ever recorded. Mostly every incident.
Mostly.
A good majority of the derailments will be Kelly and Xavier.
And like new people and shit like that.
But you're sleeping. My wife fell asleep on us, boys.
We put her to sleep.
Apparently, we're boring. Apparently.
No, I got up early.
Oh yeah, that's your excuse. You got up early.
What?
You're gonna what? You're gonna beat me.
Yeah,
That's abusive. That's abusive.
Not gonna lie, if Peace's girlfriend was in the Discord call, we would definitely be hearing something like that.
You better brag on me.
Yeah.
This is just the time for us to like relax and decompress from the morning.
Are you ready for one?
The decompress from the morning stresses of the railroad, huh?
Yes. Our mornings are our most busiest.
So, oh yeah.
What? Why in the hell? You're moving more logs? Wait a minute here. I thought you was just moving lugs.
I'm.
I've gotta move multiple stuff around.
I think he might. Wait, who are you talking to?
Oh, okay. I was
Hatfield? Are
like,
you
wait a
talking to
minute.
me or Logan?
Well, you and Logan, I kind of know. I think.
So what I did
Logan's
is that
doing
I brought
some.
out the empty cars that were at the paperboard and the tannery. I'm now replacing those empties with fully loaded. So that way it.
Okay, and
So
then
that way they
you're
stay on
leaving
top
the
of it.
cars that were still already full. You just left them ones already there.
Yeah. So if you take a look on my stream for pulpwood and for tannery and the paperboard, they can hold 1,000 tons worth of pulpwood. If that goes below 500 tons, we're playing catch up, and a single pulpwood car, at least for Connolly, I'm not so sure about Walker, can take up to 6 hours to get fully loaded.
Oh, Jesus.
And that's why we have so many pulpwood cars, is for that exact reason. So that way there's always loaded on standby, kind of like how we do with the sawmill.
I see the rush then.
Yeah, and like 95% of the time, the passenger trains are the highest priority, but we have the freight train so dang long that it can barely fit in a siding. Like yesterday's live stream, I just barely fit in the East Whittier yard. If I was a single car longer, I would not have fit.
Long motherfucker.
Yeah, and that train at the time, everything combined, was 3,407 feet long and over 70 cars. Even empty, I was still pushing a little over 3,000 tons.
For in this game, that's pretty hardy.
Please tell me I took enough blue back. I did not. I'm gonna fit a whole nother pulpwood car in this track. Maybe even two.
Holy shit, Mask.
What?
That's
You
a long train.
That's not even it. He brought me exactly 5 green, or 10 green and 10 blue. Exactly.
Whoops. Boy, that's fucking my OCD seeing that picture. Blue, green, green. Blue, green. Boy, that's ew.
After a while, you get used to seeing it like that.
Yeah, they're color coded for a reason. So are you just taking the Whittier local on for a joyride or what?
No.
Yeah.
Hello, Nara.
Hello.
I still can't get over the fact that we had 5 overflow cars for the sawmill, because we never have overflow for this area.
Yeah, like you guys said, you guys have really been staying on top of it.
Yeah. Also, this power plant eats coal hoppers like crazy. Like, as soon as you put them in, not even 30 minutes later, they're ready to get sent back out.
Lord.
And this railroad is mainly a coal and lumber-based railroad, too. Like this,
It's pretty typical, too. That's pretty good. So that ain't like some crazy, unrealistic railroad.
yeah. But Bryson Yard is the biggest yard in the game as well.
What brings the biggest cars?
Well, it's just the amount of track,
Or
too.
biggest the amount? That, too.
Yeah, it's just the amount of traffic that rolls through it.
And until we get Andrews unlocked, it's going to remain the biggest.
Which Andrews is going to be a good minute.
So
Don't be a bitch.
with Andrews, we have a 5 cart interchange plus 5 or 6.
Four. Well, no, we've got a four check interchange.
I'm pretty sure it was 5, but I could be wrong.
No, on the modded it's 5.
All right. Well, once we get down unlocked, we'll see who's right and see who's wrong.
Tell you right now, it's 4. Yeah, this is the work I don't like doing.
The slow stuff.
Yes. Because it is tedious.
I wouldn't necessarily call it tedium. It's just too slow. Now, if you
We
want,
like chaos, but we like controlled chaos.
now if you really want tedious, run the Nantahala local,
Ugh.
which you are doing.
No, I ain't.
Yes. If we want to send someone out of our hair and out of our way for a long time,
Yeah.
that's their punishment. It's that if they annoy us too much, we're just like, hey, do you want to run the Nantahala local? Once they get out of our area, we don't worry about them anymore. Until they're ready to come back. What the hell, AI? Okay, jeez. I thought the AI was going to couple up to... Jeez. AI gave me a heart attack again. The AI do very questionable stuff.
I feel like that's normal with any AI.
But yeah, I'll show you Bryson real fast since AI's doing AI things. This is what Bryson looks like.
Damn.
Yeah. So you have this is track 1 where the freight cars are stored. Track 3 is like for passenger equipment and stuff like that, and track 4 is like the storage yard. Track 5 and 6 are just like put whatever there. We have the board of directors office car right here. We have an industry track right here. Another industry track right over here. You got the 3-track railroad crossing, which gets blocked almost any time a train comes through. You got these 2 industries right here. Then you have the coaling tower and the water tower. And then you have the Bryson repair tracks and engine sheds. Which this is part of Logan's in charge of right here. Which, hold on, let me check for locations. So the good news is everything will be ready by tonight, it looks like. Then over here you have the mainline engines and the Alarka turn job and the helper units just stationed here on standby. Then over here you got the Bryson Standard Oil, which is a small oil refinery. And then, as shown earlier today, you have your Appalachian Hardwoods, which is a lumber and furniture industry. And then all the way back to the other side, Oh, so there's a little Y that like never gets used.
So they to turn around trains more or less.
Yeah, and then over here is the Walker branch, which I want to point out. This sign says 15, but the AI goes like 25. And just to give you a little hint, this is just like going up Walker is like going up the other side of the red marble grade almost.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord.
Yeah, you got your water tower right here, and this is Upper Walker, but we never we never go here anyway. Like this track, once maintenance of way, is never getting maintained. We always go to Lower Walker, which is over this way. Dun 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 dun.
All right, I want to use the bathroom real quick.
All right, and right here is where the logging cars would go on the left side, and over here is where pulpwood would go, and these are just I don't know storage tracks. Alright, I got work that needs to get done. AI?
Go right ahead. I'm gonna get me some ice cream. So I will be watching. I'm black.
You're back or you're black?
I'm both. No, I'm actually back, but no, I don't know if I'm black.
I gotta fill this little steam engine with coal and water. What's this thing do for an overhaul? 1,300 miles.
I feel like our shit needs overhauled like once every 3 or 4 weeks.
So whenever something gets under 1,000 miles for us, we send it to get overhauled, so that way we can stay on top of it.
How many miles can you put on them
10,
before 1,000 miles?
so right now our overhaul mileage is 2,500, but I've been talking to Peace about maybe extending that a little bit, maybe closer to like 5,000 miles before stuff gets overhauled, only because with Andrews getting unlocked, we're going to be having our mainline stuff run a whole lot more often. And right now we don't have backup locomotives for in case when stuff gets overhauled.
Ooh, fair point. Nice view of the water. You getting a drink?
I almost had. I didn't even know I was stuck. But yeah, our water, this creek or whatever, it follows us It follows us no matter where we go. It follows us to Bryson. It follows us all the way out to It basically follows us from Silva almost all the way to Andrews. I don't think there's never not a point where you don't see the water.
So, what is your favorite locomotive out of all the bunch?
Like in game or real life?
How about both?
So, in game and real life, I would have to go with the GP9s. Now, Logan hates it, but I love running the diesel locomotives long hood forward.
I always think that is correct. It looks, I don't know, more period correct.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I get it, you can see better, but now, I don't know if this is true or not, but he thinks that if you run the locomotives long hood forward, you lose your power or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly 110% how
so,
it
the only
goes
reason why
really,
I think he
but I heard
that is
they're
because,
good forward to backward.
Yeah, because I think the only reason why he thinks that is because there's no locomotive that is meant to run long hood forward in the game. Like, if you run an engine long hood forward, the controls would be on the conductor side.
Oh, okay. So the game's set up to be running it to where you can see better first.
Yeah.
I guess that ain't bad. Like, but in real life, you can run them either
Mm-hmm.
Fella, where did the stone go? Oh, I know. Yeah, quit being a coon. Trying to steal my food. You ain't a raccoon, you little shite. You little shite.
I'm also going to do Logan's work while he's AFK, so that way trains aren't sitting. Because when trains sit, it's a loss of profit.
Yeah, big time.
Now, the K-35s used to be the Whittier locals until Pulpwood started, and then that's when they started struggling. And that's why the Bryson and Whittier locals are steam engine, or diesels, and all the other locals are steam engine.
Oh, okay.
And like the Nantahala local, it runs from Bryson to Nanta, and it only services those industries. Like, yeah, it is technically considered a mainline train, but it's really not. Just like how the Whittier local runs out to Wilmette and Ella. It is on the main line, but it's still part of the Whittier local industries. Oh, Logan.
I'm back, y'all.
Alright, I just set your train to AI to get the empties into a P1.
Okay.
I was telling that. He asked me this question. I suppose this can go for you too, Logan. What is your favorite locomotive in the game?
I'm going to have to say it's a tough choice because all of the ones have a very specific purpose and they have a purpose for what they're doing. So it's hard for me to choose one specific locomotive just because of the fact of each train has a specific purpose. If you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You are very much right about that. I mean,
Like, we've got steam trains that are good enough for switching, and then we've got some steam trains that are good enough for somewhat mainline use that can do some power, like the number 5 on
yeah.
with X train. Then we've got our passenger trains that are obviously very good. Then
A
we've got
little overpowered for what we have right now, but once Red Marble gets unlocked, that's going to be a different story.
right, and then we've got some trains that are diesels that we need all that torque for and all that power just to get moving. So each train has its very specific purpose and use. So it's really hard to choose.
I even told him
So,
that
what is your end goal?
Alright.
our end goal is probably to have fun.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if you guys were going to go full dieselization on the line, or you guys just kind of plan
There's
on
no
just
point.
changing things up now and again.
There's no point. There's no rhyme or reason to go full dieselization on The railroad. There's 0 point in it.
Well, and not
I
only
wasn't
that, but
sure
we have
because
this.
some people do.
Yeah, but it's not only that, but we like to diversity because it's not because if you have too much of the same thing, you're going to get sick of doing it because you already know how to drive it. But every once in a while, you like to switch things up, like how I'm running the steam engine in AE Waypoint right now, but that's only because one, I'm doing switching, but when I'm on the main line, like running the main line, like the log train or the passenger train, I use the throttle and I use the reverser and everything to the point where it's a challenge for me because I mainly stick to diesel. Because I will say this with all my heart, I am a diehard diesel fan. And like
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and like I was telling you earlier, me and Logan kind of butt heads on how we want to run the diesels. Like he wants to run them cab forward, I like to run them long hood forward because it gives us like a little bit more of a challenge. And then every now and then I run the mainline freight train with the HUD completely off, and I'm relying purely on instinct. And that's when Logan has a little bit of a heart attack.
Yeah, because at that point he can't see signals and stuff like that.
No, I can still see signals. I just have to call them out. I just can't see how long I am, how heavy I am, if my train is derailed, or anything. I can't even see the map, so I'm relying purely on my eyes to see what's in front of me and communication with the dispatcher and the other trains on the main line.
Now, Hatfield, have you heard of Uh-oh?
Hey, Peace. Welcome back, buddy.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
By the way, no one.
Hi, buddy.
By the way, no one touched their precious MOW train.
Good.
It is sitting in McLean, I do believe.
I thought it was sitting just outside of Wester at the park area.
Oh, it is sitting in Wester. It's sitting in Wester siding.
So what did you ask, Logan?
Oh, I forget now.
Well, there goes Peace.
No, he's still here.
I know. I'm just playing along with the poll.
Read, nigga! Read!
But yeah, this is Pete. Now Josh, you and Peace can actually factually meet this time instead of that short little meeting.
Yeah. Why is there only one person on WVS?
No, I'm on.
It literally was like one person.
I'm hosting. Maybe a different WVS.
So fast.
All of it.
So, Peace, Hatfield was doing research, and he found us. Like, he was contemplating about buying the game, but he found us, or found Mask on YouTube, and we basically just sunk the hook of him buying it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was 100% a done deal after I met y'all. Y'all definitely hook, line, and sinkers me.
I could be your hooker. Mine. Okay, I'm in Wester.
My
I
wife
need to go
said
fucking-
no, damn it. That's bullshit. I've always wanted a hooker.
Oh, it's too bad.
Oh, great. Now we got two married
Enjoy.
men in this server, Logan.
You either get one or the other.
3, Shane.
Well, Shane doesn't count because we don't.
Oh.
Because his girlfriend or wife is not in this server.
His what?
His wife is not in the server. You can hear.
Oh, yes, she is.
Oh, is she? I feel like we should be scared.
You better watch your mouth, boy. You get that whooped.
Who do you think my aunt is?
I don't know.
His wife.
Yeah, but you said she's in the server.
Yeah, she sees all the shenanigans that he does. She has his Discord account on her phone.
Oh dear God!
Including talking about our titties.
Oh, that's where we stopped the conversation. We don't want to get the new guy in trouble with his married couple.
Says you. How do we know he's not a swinger?
What?
Welcome to the WVS, where now it has started.
Swinging.
Yep, I finally disconnected because I knew that was going to happen.
Uh-oh.
That's what that song was about.
Stream's still here. Is it Discord?
Your game fucked up, boy.
It's
No, just because I was moving too fast.
nope. It's Discord itself. I'm the Fire Stick in the other room. That's why it's being like that.
Uh-oh. 4601's gonna have a bad time because I'm finna block.
So if you can still hear in the live stream, it is the okay. Am I back in now, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. My family's using the Fire Stick in the other room, and that's why my internet's being a little jittery.
I was wondering.
Hey, what? What? Who is 4601? What's happening?
Huh?
Who just took control of 4601? Oh, okay. I was fixing to use it to push those cars out of the way so everything could be serviced before I show up and ruin everything.
Been going down that Y. Well, no, there's Union Company.
Well, this is Peace, our MOW guy, and also our CEO, the ruiner of giving us a hard time.
And I'm gonna ruin Nantahala, so...
Well, we don't care about Nantahala a whole lot.
What's that? That's what they all say. And then next thing you know, I'm building red marble and everyone's like, oh my god, you're in the way. Ooh, my pussy hurts.
Well, you'll definitely be in the way once MOW really starts.
Yeah, I'm 5 miles out. Logan.
Okay.
That's 96, not 69. We need those two numbers to be flopped.
Oh. 96 is just when she's mad at you. Did you not buy the S51?
No, you never responded.
I did too.
I just haven't gone down there and looked at it yet. Then
you didn't read the message, but you replied to it. You just didn't read the message properly. I was like, if you want to get rid of that Pacific that Alarka had, that'll offset the purchase. Oh, at least a little bit. Sugar, sugar, choo. So what are you up to, Senor Hatfield? Beer
Oh,
man?
I am Senior watching these two seniors mess everything up.
Hatfield
How
sees what,
about yourself, good Sam?
Hatfield sees what I did.
I'm running out. I'm running out to ruin Logan's time.
Oh no.
I got 2 more signals before I'm there. And guess what? There's
Oh.
no sighting. Well, there's Hewitt, but we'll see. I might have to blast.
Hey,
out
Hatfield,
Hewitt
do you
and
see
make
what I
him
did on
wait.
the stream?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, I got this game as a gift from my best friend for my birthday, and I was like, hell yeah.
That's really cool of your best friend, man.
Is he
Yeah,
going to
he
start
was like-
playing?
I bought it for him for his birthday, but he a bitch.
But he a bitch.
He's like, oh, well, I'm gonna play Dark Souls. Like, okay, nerd.
What the fuck? Railroad is so much better.
Yeah, there's a whole lot less rage, from, the trains aren't fighting you and destroying your good time.
Like you in American Trucking
Sometimes.
Simulator.
Oh.
I blame lag and poor AI.
Hey, Peace, is that a red Jeep right by
At
the
least
railroad
it's
tracks?
not the blame.
Oh no, what happened? There was what?
I said, is that a red Jeep by your train?
First of all, they didn't start painting Jeeps red yet.
Oh, by the way, Logan, I
This
found the
time frame
YouTuber that you guys were talking about, and I just started dying of laughter.
I watched him when he still used like just a fucking horse mask, like a legit like
I did too.
costume horse mask. I also ruined his time one day during one of his streams because he didn't end up putting all the marker lights on top of his W900. And I was like, "You missed a light." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Look at your top row. You missed a light." And he was like, "Oh my god."
Did he actually
point that out?
mentally
I was
snap
like,
because of that?
he's just like, "Why did you have to point that out?" And I'm like, "Because it's on my nerves." Like, please.
Yeah,
Please fix it.
that definitely would have drove anybody nuts, I feel like.
Like, it drives me nuts missing one singular light, but when someone else points it out before I notice it, it just pisses me off even more.
Hey, Logan,
What
I
about-
think one of the
what about when
locomotives
we were
is spelled West
playing?
Virginia wrong.
Which one?
West Virginia?
Oh no, Josh. One live stream, Logan mentally snapped because we found out that over 90% of the stuff that we own had West Virginia spelled wrong.
West Virginia.
I spent 2 hours fixing everything.
West Virginia. West Virginia.
No, Logan, what about that time when we were playing together on ATS? And I was like, hey, your marker light is literally hanging off the back of your cab.
Yeah, that pissed me off. I removed it.
It's
I removed it.
It doesn't touch. You're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, hold on, I'll take a picture and send it to you.
How about that time when Logan challenged me to do 70 along the Titus Curve area on ATS?
That was good, but also somehow you got away with it. You got lucky.
Yeah.
All right, Logan. You
Like, it wasn't exactly 70, but
got
I
away.
was doing like double the speed limit.
Oh, you'd have to wait anyways. I don't fit in this siding. I'm in Hewitt.
Well, you're going to have to wait somewhere because I've got both sightings at Nantahala blocked.
That sounds like a you problem. I'm maintenance of way. And that
And
way needs maintenance. Ow. Oh, I'm in the trees. Two red signals. I disagree.
Your ass is
He
gonna
says,
be.
red signals? What red signals?
Oh, why don't you just stick the maintenance away stuff, like, up on that little track leading up to Red Marble? That's where I was going to put it, just out of the way.
Well, it won't. They're done, so I'm getting ready to take them back with me.
Oh, I was going to run them. Well, whatever. This side of the
until the
line
MOW
has
update comes out,
traffic.
Peace only has 2 more maintenance of way stuff that he has to run.
Yeah, after this, it's literally
Signals and the diesel fueling
until
stand.
the update. If they
Yeah.
add a bunch of stuff, it'll be
Yeah.
the diesel fueling stand and signals.
Yeah,
Logan's just trying to fix this.
I'm like 99% sure we just built that almond water tower stand just out of pity for you because there was like nothing for you to do.
Yeah.
Oh no, but also you need it.
Yeah.
I think what I'm going to do, Logan, I'm going to come in, park my cars on the siding, drop them, attach to the empty MOW cars, reattach to mine, then get back in the siding, or get back on the main.
You can just throw you can double over my stuff so you have that open siding right there.
That's more work. I have
This is basically just story time with West Virginia Southern. Hello, Train Kid. Anyone got any good stories to tell of all of our times that we played together?
One time I died.
Good enough story for me.
Oh, I was
One time
dispatching.
I showed a picture of my girlfriend in general, and everyone came.
Are you guys getting good
Silence.
internet connection?
Yeah.
Mine's been okay.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my family.
As I watch.
Yeah, because it's causing me to lag out.
Masks.
It's okay. It's okay to be a video game cuck.
But one time I was dispatching and I was a total prick. And Logan and Peace can attest to this.
That you were a prick.
When I was
Well, it's cool.
dispatching.
You can also go watch Logan too, because he's live in the.
Yep, I'm watching both of them.
So Logan, was it you that I had held up in the siding in Bryson, or was it someone else that I had held up in Bryson for almost 2 hours?
Someone else.
You want to tell him exactly what I did? Because it's funny to do.
No, you can.
So, I told Logan the one day, I'm going to be like Norfolk Southern Conway Terminal. And Logan just was basically, what does that mean? And I was just like, oh, you'll see. And let's just say I threw a wrench in everything. Like Peace, I got done talking with Peace. Shane decides to call me out, and I said, Bryson Terminal out, and I immediately muted myself, and he's just like, oh, you dick. And so Shane called me up with the dispatch tone, and I did not answer right away. and then
Wait,
and
why
then-
is this national park here?
What
And
is
then-
it?
The National Park Service is in the front of my MOW cup. That needs to go to
Oh.
Silva.
I was doubling it over, so
Oh,
I was doubling everything over to take it back with me, but you're going to be taking
I can-
your
I can-
cut.
I can fix it. I will fix it.
And I had I can't remember what train it was. I think it was the Bryson local, but I had that train wait on MOW, the logging train, and the 2 passenger trains before I sent that train out to do its switching.
What are you doing?
Stuff
I need to
and
know-
things.
Well, no, I need to know what you're doing because I'm coming up to the signal.
Alright, I'm taking this, attaching it to the maintenance of way that is moving. You stop moving. Third handbrake. Why is it?
Are you talk-
Is it moving? Okay, no, I fixed it. It was moving. I had 2 handbrakes on, and it wanted to move. So I'm taking this, connecting to my maintenance of way stuff. And then I'm gonna go back onto the main, and then I'm gonna throw this national park on the back of you, or technically the front of you. And don't you know it's the goal of maintenance of way to be maintenance in the way?
Maintenance in the way?
That's right.
Which I feel
think
like I
you
should
will.
ask this piece. But when the maintenance of way update comes out, are you wanting all maintenance operations to run at nighttime?
No.
Well, you can set like speed restrictions during the day, but you can also do day work too.
Yeah, because I was telling Logan
And,
about
like-
about when MOW comes out, when maintenance needs to be happening on the industry tracks where we put put the freight cars. That's going to set us back by a lot.
Yeah, but also, fuck them, you're supposed to be going slow there anyways. Like,
True.
I'm not gonna lie, they're not gonna have as much maintenance as, like, the main.
Yeah.
Okay. Take control, go forward, floor it. I said floor it.
Come on, little engine that could move your butt.
I'd be glad I have this and not the 46.
No, be glad you have that in a G10 Mogul. Or G16 Mogul. Or whatever the hell it's called.
Mogul.
Yeah. Hey, Logan, that's just... Guys, that's what the steam engine we should get to run the Red Marble grade. It's the default steam engines.
Fuck that.
Fuck that, he says.
Oh no, they were truly 100% the little dinkies.
Even like the A26, the American, that was a fucking dink.
And we actually sold that for the K35s.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, now reverse. Let's go. I'm really glad about the C55.
But hey, look, we're back up at 72 grand.
Yeah, you know what that means.
I think we should buy another SD7.
I think we need a BH65.
No!
No.
Oh, by the way, I was telling Hartfield this earlier, but would it be wise for us to buy extra SD7s for when our mainline ones have to go in for overhaul?
Not wrong.
No. I want to ruin everything all the time.
Because I know
Poor
the
planning.
one. I know the one. I think is getting. I think the one. I think it's 9101 is getting close to needing overhauled. I think. Don't quote me on it.
Yeah, shit.
And I know that the SW1 1200, that one's getting closer to being overhauled.
1200 is at 1600 miles.
Oh, is it?
9101's at 1900.
I barely fit in the siding. Brakes.
The next one to get overhauled is 7102.
And that's why we have the
All right.
P48.
And
Now we're going to touch tips.
I've got to run around my train here, mask. Or piece.
Okay. I'm glad I could be an inconvenience to you.
Oh, you're being a real big inconvenience.
maintenance.
The problem I have is I will say I don't know if all 16 of these cars are going to fit in here.
They are not.
Anything can fit if you try hard
So-
enough.
That's what I told her, but she still screamed. No. So, it's downhill. So my game plan is to be lazy.
Name me one time when you're not
Put
lazy,
these-
Peace.
Love making.
True.
Um,
I'm sorry, that
no,
was
I'm
mean.
gonna put it where the first couple of cars, and then whenever they're done unloading, I can just release the handbrakes and let it slide on down.
Well, the considered maintenance or the track site is like that little siding that goes out towards the industry park area back there. And it's only up to
the
that.
switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I figure. I don't know. I'll figure something out.
I hope they add flat cars that we can put rails on.
So, from what I saw in the one photo, it looks like gondolas are going to be having the rails and the ties and the ballast.
Well, I would get the ballast. Ties, I figured they would use like the pulpwood cars. Because you can fit whole ties on them pulpwood cars. And stack it like pulpwood.
Well,
Now, rails in...
I'm just saying this, at least for Norfolk Southern, for their MOW stuff, this is just me saying from observation, because Norfolk Southern's like the only railroad that I've seen MOW equipment on so far. They use orange gondolas for their MOW stuff. And there is like ties and other type of wood material for like repairing a track or something.
That's probably old ties, though. Their MOW shit goes around and picks up old ties. New ties don't come in like that.
Yeah. But that's just what I'm seeing through observation. I'm not saying that's true or not, but...
Right.
Alright, I'm coming past you.
Alright.
You better be
Slowly.
coming.
That's surely. I'm always gonna.
Got Hatfield good with that one.
That was pretty damn funny.
But now you can officially meet Peace and witness his crazy shenanigans.
Oh no, a broken airline. I have to stop now.
I will kick your fucking ass.
Oh, does this Switch need maintenance? I mean, it is rusty.
Oh,
Hey Logan, or Peace, I think that's
Yeah.
Peace. Is it just me, or is that or did that signal just fluctuate?
It needs service. I'll handle it.
kick your fucking ass.
Hey Logan, your side rod doesn't seem to be on properly.
I can lube you up, Daddy.
This is the point where we go from a nice chillax server to, okay, now we're at a shit show.
Nothing wrong with a shit show. It just shows a bunch of shit. Holy shit.
But yeah, if you have any questions about the game, dude, feel free to ask, because out of everyone that plays this game, we probably have the most experience. Because we are actually willing to sit down and explain it.
Around about what I wanted to ask, but so far so good. I've been getting the gist of it. The only thing that I haven't got is the controls completely. Well, the way the controls are, but I don't have the game yet. So
The controls can be a little complicated at first. Like, let me switch over to manual. Like, here's your train brake, your independent, reverser, and throttle.
It's pretty simple. Like it is like a simulator, but it's like a dumbed down simulator. So like it can be fun without you having to like worry like, oh my god, did I put a little too much this on it? Oh no, now I'm stuck on this hill.
right, it's they're not making it overcomplicated. It's kind of like Farming Simulator then.
Mm-hmm. Which,
Yeah.
hold on, real fast, because you know how we were talking about levels of training earlier, Logan?
Yeah.
I feel like we should add a 5th level of training for people to be qualified to run trains on Red Marble.
I was literally thinking about that.
Because Red Marble, if someone doesn't know how to handle grades properly, it's going to come and bite them hard.
Yeah, it will turn out really bad.
I think downhill will be a lot worse than uphill because they'll be like, I don't have to do anything. Like, oh, but you do, buddy.
Like, even the downhill
Yeah,
grade
definitely.
heading into Andrews, that's still pretty steep. That's like 3.3% all the way into Andrews.
0.6, or it's like 2.6, 2.8.
I thought it was 3 point something.
Don't mind me. I'm just stealing all the cool.
Here, hold on. Just to prove you wrong, Logan, about the interchange, I'm opening up a sandbox save real fast, teleporting out to Andrews.
Track map says 2.8.
Okay, Andrews, where are you, Andrews? Andrews.
Excuse me.
So I'm at milepost 93, 2.2. Okay, so it's not as steep because I think roads flattens out. 2.3. Alright, let me teleport like here and check this out. Okay, so it looks like from roads between right now MP 92, 2.7 there. Teleport to 91. Okay, so yeah, it looks like you are correct on that for right now.
Why is this cold? Like it's falling so fast.
Yeah, it looks like it's that until you hit actual Topton itself. Yeah, Topton itself, when you get there, that's when it becomes the 3.4%.
Yeah.
And I'm checking, just checking the grade behind roads. Okay, it's not that steep, but it's still a grade. Let me
I
check
go
out.
downstairs and get me some more Chinese food.
Okay, Logan, you are wrong. At before roads, it's 3.4 and 3.5.
Yeah, but it's a rolling.
Yeah, and it looks like it rolls between 3% and 4%. And checking out Andrews right now. It is 4 tracks of interchange.
Yeah, 4 tracks, like I told you.
Yeah. I just wanted to confirm that theory just in case.
Alright, I want to get some more Chinese food.
Well, what about us?
Go right on ahead, mate. I'm probably about to be hitting the sack.
Alright, man.
Alright, boys. Well, I will talk to you guys tomorrow.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Yep, and
Alright, later night, fellers.
have a good night, man.
Night. No. I love you.
I love you, sweetheart.
Oh,
Huh?
that's so nice. You should probably leave now.
Yeah, you should probably leave
Yeah,
before
I
things
know.
get kinky on YouTube.
Before you do naughty things.
Hey, Max, can you take over and not for me real quick while I
I'm
go
currently
get some more food?
working Dillsboro.
Fuck.
I'm doing the tannery since you said it gives you a headache.
It does give me a fucking headache.
What's funny is I'd say I'd do it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to get some food too, because I just immediately was like, hey, everyone's up. I'm going to get on.
Yeah. Well, I ate Chinese food earlier, but I want a second plate.
Yeah, because it doesn't really fill you up because they're bastards.
It's like, ooh, wontons. Shang's online. Hopefully he joins us.
I doubt he will.
Yeah. Alright, I'll be back.
Damn, 5 cars too long.
Yeah, so how that guy literally found us is that he was looking up videos of Railroader, like live streams, to see what people were doing, and I was on the recommendation, and we hook, line, and sinker because we are literally answering his questions and making jokes, cracking up, and having a good time.
Hell yeah. And that's for everyone who's all like, oh, streaming stupid. Well, I mean, it helped him out.
I'll hop on Nant real fast while...
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Hewitt right here, everyone, this whole area is going to be getting a revamp to where it's a lot more easier to access. I got to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. But yeah, this is the most boring and relaxation time. Tomorrow, on the other hand, I don't know how long we're going to be together, but I know for a fact for tomorrow, that's when things will get a little bit more interesting.
I'm back. I'm just eating.
Mm-hmm. I did a little bit of work with the 4601.
I'm gonna turn off my. I'm gonna take off my headset so I can eat.
Okay. I can fit that last boxcar in. Then I'll pull all this out once it's all ready.
I'm back.
Yeah. Hey, so Peace, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I want to run this idea by you.
Okay.
For the Silva Industries, instead of taking all the cars out to the interchange, do you think it would probably be a smart idea just to have them staged somewhere, so that way we can get as many of the cargo on the as much cargo on the fast rate in the interchange?
I mean, maybe.
So that way, I'm just thinking it like that, so that way all three tracks are available, so that way it's a lot more easier to... And I disconnected again. So that way it's a lot more easier for selecting the English.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. So I mean, I get it. Nummy.
What you eating?
Ribs.
It's funny about that. When Siege was on earlier, we were talking about barbecue ribs.
That's the good stuff. Where is Siege from again?
The UK.
I wonder if he knows proper ribs or if he knows the horrible things.
That is something... You said you're off Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's something that we'll have to ask him.
How many beans do you put on it? They love beans over there. Like it's nuts.
But yeah, from basically 4 in the morning to almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon in game, I'd say we got pretty good chunk done in that time frame. Like our average work hour is like from 4 to, I want to say 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the afternoon, and then it's just like our characters go to lunch or go home until midnight.
Sorry, I was really chowing down on some chicken. I didn't want you to hear the horrible things going on through the mic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, there we go. Wow, it's actually going somewhat fast. In the time I've been here, it's already unloaded almost 2 tons of gravel from every car that's in our Palisade gravel from every car that's in there.
Is it going like the power plant fast in Silva?
Not that fast, but that would be cool. Then it'd be done. That fucking power plant drains that shit. Ooh, money.
Yeah. Our passenger fares are going to be a little bit on the low side because the last passenger train of the day, we really didn't do anything, and our operation safety might actually go back down to 0%.
Damn it. Janet.
Huh?
I said, damn it.
Yeah, after my little oopsie, because I was trying to beat the passenger train to Cochrane, doing 36 on a 25, not recommended. There. No, it's between my family using the Fire Stick and my internet is hating it. But anyways, guys, I'm just going to end the live stream now due to the fact that there's nothing going on. But I will definitely pick it up tomorrow when there's a whole lot more excitement if I'm home. I'm planning to hang out with a buddy of mine for a couple days. So, but yeah, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one, and have a good day.